Hi, I'm Jessica, and when I'm not drinking all the coffee, watching Razorback sports, or hanging out with my family of boys, it's my passion to help elementary music teachers just like you find your unique teaching style. My goal with this podcast is to share helpful tips, strategies, and to give you the motivation you need to gain momentum in your teaching so you can continue being the music teacher rock star you already are. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. If I have never met you, my name is Jessica Peresta, and I am the blogger, podcaster, and course creator at thedomesticmusician.com. I'm all about helping music teachers, especially new music teachers, new to teaching elementary music, with new ideas and fresh inspiration to help you in your classroom. Today, I want to talk about finding motivation to take professional development this summer. Now, I wrote a blog post, which I'm going to link to in this episode, about professional development ideas for the summer, 3 ways you can take professional development, and my favorite ones. But in this episode, I want to talk about finding the motivation to take professional development. It is something I feel like that is real for teachers everywhere. You are teaching all year long, and for 9 months, 10 months, whatever it is, and you are burnt out, especially at the end of the school year. And my goodness, you cannot imagine right now, people are wanting you to sign up for professional development, and that's the last thing on your mind. You're like, I just want to get the heck out of Dodge and go on vacation and leave all this behind me for a couple months. It is so necessary to take professional development, or required, I should say, but sometimes you just don't have the motivation to do it. So we're going to talk about how to find your motivation in this episode. The first thing I want to tell you is, first of all, relax. Okay? I'm not telling you to relax like you're, upset right now. I mean, you take the time to relax. Take a few weeks off, okay? And just relax. Go to the pool. If you live by a beach or a lake, go there. Take your kids to a splash pad if you are a parent. Go on vacation, wherever that may be. Go get yourself a massage. Just take time, or just sit in front of the TV and catch up on your favorite shows. Do that first. Really take the time to unwind and relax after the last day of school. You deserve it. Do not make anyone in your life make you feel guilty about doing that. It is very, very, very well deserved. So a lot of times, if you sign up, most of the time, all the time actually, if you sign up for professional development, you don't choose when you can go. What I mean is, it's scheduled, and you pick that professional development, and it's already scheduled. So let's say it's scheduled for June 7th. Well, if your last day of school is May 31st, you just have 7 days to unwind, but that's still 7 days. Don't schedule anything in those 7 days. You take that time to relax. Then by the time that professional development gets there, you're like, okay, I feel like I can breathe again. I took a few days off. So it's not up to you when it's scheduled. It's already scheduled out. You choose the date, and that's when it is. So what I'm saying is, I would personally try to find things more towards the middle of the summer, because you need a few weeks off to unwind and relax. But like I said, it's not always that easy. If there's some professional development that the only one you can find that has anything to do with music teachers is at the beginning of the summer, then do that, and then take your vacation after that and really unwind and relax. So relaxing is the key here. If it's the beginning of the summer, the end, or the middle, you just need to honestly take time for you. Okay, so I'm not going to get into how to find professional development, because like I said, I'm going to link to the blog post where I talked about how to do that. But so you find a professional development to go to, whether it's a workshop, training, online training, whatever it is. How do you find motivation to do it when you're already burnt out? Well, remember, you're going to find time to relax, okay? But while you're there, go in with a good attitude. Go in with the expectation of, okay, first of all, I'm not with kids right now. Can we all give a little hallelujah for that for a minute? You love kids, you love teaching kids, but man, you need a break from them. And so you're with adults, you're with other music teachers, probably. You are there to get the training you need to be a better teacher. So go in with a good attitude, go in with, motivating yourself that I'm here for a reason. I'm getting the training I need to be, I'm already a good music teacher, just go and go, man, I am awesome. And so, but you're going and getting the training you need to even better yourself for the next school year. So just go in with motivation and with a good attitude is the main thing. We've all been at these workshops and these trainings before. I know I have, speaking personally here. And man, there's always that one or two people that walk in and they are just in a bad mood the whole time. You just know they don't want to be there. You know they're there just to get their professional development hours. They don't want to be there. They literally were like scrolling through the list going, oh, this says music, I'm going to it. And we all know who those people are. Don't be that person. Go in with a good attitude. And I promise you, if you go in with a good attitude and not a bad one and not in a grumpy mood, you'll get the most out of it. I promise you. And you're probably going to make some awesome relationships and connections with other music teachers that you can hopefully collaborate and get ideas from that next school year too. You're going to collect their emails and maybe develop even new friendships. Okay, so we talked about relaxing, going in with a good attitude. My third point I want to make is pick professional development that you want to do. So there's so many different opportunities out there. Now, here's what I'm going to give a little personal story here. I took a class about steel drums. And do you think I was ever going to have steel drums in my classroom? No. If I did, wow, that would have been amazing. It would have been different from anyone I know. So I took this training just because it was different and because I wanted to take it. I had taken, ORF, Kadai, all the other types of movement trainings and classes, done all that. And those are very, very important. And I'm not sitting here telling you not to. I'm actually telling you to. If you get an opportunity to take any of those, do it. But look for opportunities that are also different, that are fun, that are, a change of pace from the normal trainings and workshops you go to, because it's just kind of like a breath of fresh air. Realistically, you're never going to have steel drums in your classroom, but just taking this training that's fun for you, and maybe it develops you as a musician. But honestly, the steel drum workshop gave me ideas of different things to do in my classroom with my students. I didn't have steel drums, but they gave some other ideas in that workshop that really gave me some fresh inspiration. And so the other thing I want to say about that is you probably, if you don't, that's okay, I promise you, but you probably do know other music teachers who are like, hey, me and 4 other teachers are going to this, upcoming workshop, and you're looking at the training going, I don't really feel like that applies to me, or I don't really want to be in this workshop for a week, learning about whatever the topic is. Then don't. Do what you feel like is best for you. You know your students. I've talked about this before. You know your students. You know your school. Maybe you're starting at a brand new school next year, so you don't know your students or school, but you know the training you need to be an effective teacher next year. So, I would say you don't have to always, follow blindly what everybody else is doing. Do what you feel is best for you. And so maybe you do go to one with these other music teachers because it's something that you feel like you can apply to your classroom teaching, or you go to one on your own. And so what I'm saying is think about your unique school circumstances, teachers, students, your school environment, and take training that you feel like is what you really need. Or, like I said about the steel drum training, something that is fun and exciting and different, right? Okay, so those are my main points. You're going to take the time to relax, go in with a good attitude, even if you are so burnt out you don't feel like doing any more trainings or classes. I understand completely, but I promise you'll get a lot out of it if you go in with a good attitude. And then find the trainings that are relevant to your teaching in your school, in your classroom, and find those. And then also, I want to say, change it up. If you're sick of doing in-person trainings, then find online trainings. If you have done a lot of online trainings, but you feel like maybe I need to get out there and actually meet people, then find the in-person workshops. Or you feel like you have done everything you can do in your particular state, then find nearby, is that the word I'm trying to look for? Nearby states. There we go. Neighboring states, I think is what I was looking for, that are near where you live, and go to those. So there's a bunch of different ways to find professional development ideas. And like I said, look at the blog post that I'm linking to in this podcast episode. And be sure to check out my Facebook page, because from time to time, The Domestic Musician, I am on there doing Facebook Lives about different topics related to what we already talked about in the podcast. All right, you guys have an amazing week, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Thank you so much for listening in to the Elementary Music Teacher Podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And while you're there, I would love for you to review the show and leave a rating on iTunes. To find out more about how I can help you gain momentum in your elementary music teaching career, head to thedomesticmusician.com, where you'll find free downloads, courses, the blog, and so much more. Continue teaching music and never doubt the impact you're making each and every day in the lives of your students.